So, for this lesson, I'm going to be reading a book called Jingle Dancer by Cynthia Leach-Smith with illustrations by Cornelius Van Wright and his actual wife, Ying Hu. So, for this lesson, it is an introduction to multicultural education and Native American studies, actually. So, the whole topic and big idea of the lesson is to introduce a beginning, middle, and end of a book. And we're going to use this children's book with a lot of pictures to introduce that lesson, and just kind of introducing that for the Wisconsin studies of just having all these local tribes around. This lesson will be the introduction of 3 lessons, and the second one is the dream for this would be to have a jingle dancer actually come in for the next day to get an actual questions answered, and just for a great time for the kids to maybe get up and dance with the people too, just to get a physical activity into the lesson as well. So this is the first with an introduction, and that'll about just kind of lead into a picture drawing as you guys have these things on your table. And with that, after the big read aloud, we'll have the picture drawing, and it will be creating a timeline. So we'll be having timelines all around the room to have, oh, this is the beginning of the book, this is how we'll picture it. And in my lesson, you guys will be doing the beginning, so because we don't have enough time bearing here, so you guys will be doing the beginning, drawing a picture of depicting the beginning of the book, you guys depicting the middle, you guys depicting the end of the book. So that'll be how we'll do it today for time bearing. But let's hop in the lesson. We'll start with 1, 2, 3 eyes on me, 1, 2 eyes on me. All right, class, 1, 2, 3 eyes on me.
1, 2 eyes on you.
Awesome. All right, guys, today we are going to be reading Jingle Dancer. Our objective for the day is we're going to be discovering what the beginning, middle, and end of a book is. In this book, this is about Native American culture. We're going to be talking about powwows in this book, and the story of a young girl who's finding out how to make a jingle dancer dress. Does anybody know what a powwow is? Avery.
I know it's a dance.
Yes, a powwow is a dance. Not the best marker there. We'll use blue, if everybody's okay with blue. So powwow has dancing. Can someone else give me another characteristic of a powwow? Yes, Nathan, please. Sorry.
Native American dance?
Yeah, good. Native American. And Caitlin, would you like to add?
That it's like a group of people?
Yeah, it's a group of people. So, we have all these characteristics so far. And with these characteristics, we can figure out what a powwow is. Today, with powwows, we'll be talking about the jingle dancer, like I said before. A powwow has a lot of other characteristics to it. There's drumming, there's singing, and there's all these great groups of people around, it's a Native American, like we said, and those people even invite a lot of other outside sources. So, besides just the tribe. So it's a great thing to celebrate a spiritual and just a religious way that they celebrate their culture, and it's a great celebration. Today we're going to be talking about that in a book. So, Jingle Dancer by Cynthia Leach-Smith, with illustrations by Cornelius Van Wright and Ying Hu. Tink, 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 sang cone-shaped jingles sewn to grandma wool stress. Every grandma bound step brought clattering tinks as light blurred silver against the jingles of tin. Jenna daydreamed at the kitchen table, tasting honey on fried bread, her heart beating to the brum, 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 brum of a powwow drum. As moon kissed sun goodnight, Jenna shifted her head on Grandma Wolf's shoulder. I wanted to jingle dance too. Next powwow, you could dance, girls. Grandma Wolf answered, but we don't have enough time to mail order the tins for a rolling jingles. Once again, Great Aunt Sis told Jenna a Muskogee Creek story about Bat. Although other animals had said he was too small to make a difference, Bat won a ball game by flying high and catching a ball in his teeth. Rising sunlight reached through a window pane and flashed against what was it, hanging in Aunt Sis's bedroom. Jingles on a dress too long quiet. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Aunt Sis's dress would lose its voice. You may, Aunt Sis answered, rubbing her calves. My legs don't work so good anymore. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna, with a kiss on Aunt Sis's cheek. Now Jenna's dress needed 3 more rows. As sun arrived at mid-circle, Jenna skipped south to Mrs. Scott's brand new duplex. At Jenna's side, Jingles came. Mrs. Scott led Jenna into the kitchen. Once again, Jenna rolled dough and Mrs. Scott fried it. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Mrs. Scott's dress would lose its voice. You may, Mrs. Scott answered, tossing flour with her apron. At powwow, I'll be busy selling bread and Indian tacos. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna with a high five. Now Jenna's dress needed 2 more rows. As Aunt Sis caught a glimpse of as Sun caught a glimpse of the moon, Jenna strolled west to Cousin Elizabeth's apartment. At Jenna's side, Jingles clanked. Elizabeth had arrived home late from the law firm. Once again, Jenna helped Elizabeth carry in her files. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Elizabeth's dress would lose its voice. You may, Elizabeth answered, burrowing through her messy closet for a jingle dress. This weekend I'm working on a big case and I can't go to the powwow. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna, clasping her cousin's hands. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Grandma Wolf's dress would lose its voice. You may, Grandma said with a hug. Now Jenna's dress could sing. Every night that week, Jenna helped Grandma Wolf sew on jingles and bring together the dance regalia. Every night, Jenna practiced her bounce steps. Brum, 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 brum sounded the drum at the powwow the next weekend as light blurred silver Jenna's jingle dance for Great Aunt Sis whose legs ached. For Mrs. Scott who sold fry bread. For Elizabeth who worked on her big case. And for Grandma Wolf who warmed like the sun. Tink, 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 tink. So, that's Jingle Dancer. As you can see that there was a good beginning, middle, and end section in there. In the beginning, can this group give me an example of these 2 tables? What would be the beginning part of that book? How would you describe the beginning shortly? Yes, Henry?
She wanted to dance.
Yeah, she wanted to dance. And the middle tables here, what would you say is the middle part of the story? What was she doing in that middle part? Yeah, Zach?
She was collecting jingles to make a dress.
Yeah, she was collecting all these jingles to make this great, beautiful dress that she didn't have enough time to order. And then the third group here. Yeah.
She danced.
Yeah, she danced. She did all these dances for all these people that she incorporated to make her dress. So I think that means a lot. I mean, if I had something and it meant a lot because I got it from my dad or mom, I mean, that's a pretty cool thing that she was able to make. So there's a picture of the jingle dance there. I know that there's some illustrations in the book as well, and I hope all of you can see that. And so in this middle part, I would like everybody to grab their paper. I'm sorry that we don't have a ton for this situation, but I would ask that you take your markers or different writing utensils and draw a picture to depict the beginning for this group, for these 2 tables, middle for these 2 tables, and the end of the book for these 2 tables. And I have a little bit of a timeline up here, for example, with the illustrations from the book. And yeah, maybe make just a nice quick, let's make a picture and we will be presenting that in a timeline on the board in front of the class for the rest of the unit. So get started, guys.
Jingles.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You can take a quick little picture of that. That'd be awesome. How's the brainstorming going over here, guys? Excellent. What are you guys trying to draw?
Yeah, you have, I love that you have to narrate.
Beautiful, I love orange.
Me too.
What's your guys? Wow. That's amazing. Are you guys gonna try to dance again? Kind of feel that one? Paper. Wow, great shape.
I mean, nice products that can play with the lines of detail.
How's it going, guys? Oh, you're on the couch? It's a nice big comfy couch.
This is when she's thinking at the table.
Oh my God.
What was it? All right, kindergartners. You guys have had a good amount of time to work. We're gonna wrap up class today. So can I get 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me?
1, 2, eyes on you.
Everybody did a great job. I saw some great shapes. I saw some great depictions of the art. We're gonna put all that art up in the classroom after class, and we will be moving on to math right now. So I want everybody to put their arts on the middle of the table with their utensils, and I'll put them away for you guys as the day comes to the next hour. Great job, guys.